So in this video, I will going to share kung paano nga ba mag-create ng branding sa kids ministry. So are you ready? Let's start! Kung ano yung i-share ko ngayon, it is based on what we are doing right now in our ministry in church. Okay? But before that, let me discuss to you kung ano nga ba yung branding. When we say branding, branding is what people will say when they heard your name. For example, when you heard Coca-Cola, ano nga ba yung naiisip mo agad? Or ano yung masasabi mo agad? Me personally, kapag naisip ko yung Coca-Cola, naisip ko about happiness. Or when you heard about SM, BDO. How about when you heard about Toy Kingdom or Robinson? When you heard about Bear Brand? So, in short, branding is the identity of the ministry. Alright? So let's start. In creating or establishing your brand, it is important to know yung 5 W's and 1 H. And the first W is what we call your what. First, it is important to define your what. Hindi lang siya dapat tawagin na kids ministry. Dapat may tawag ka. For example, you can call it Victory Kids, Super Kids, Super Book, or any branding na name na matatawag mo sa ministry na ito. Okay? Sa kids. And including dito sa what is you can use yung like meron ba siyang logo? Meron ba tong character? Like, di ba, yung Superbook, they have their own character. But, advice ko sa logo na gagawin mo, you can just create yung, or you can just use yung logo mismo ng church nyo. Okay? This is just my personal advice. Kasi, di ba, we are still under the supervision of our church. So, you can use the logo of the church, tapos lagyan mo lang sa baba ng kung ano yung name ng ministry na ito. Okay? Para hindi siya mukhang nag-iisa or hindi siya magmumukhang separate as a church or separate ministry. Okay? And including dito sa what is color, yung color branding nyo. Okay? Yung color branding, I suggest na gamitin mo yung color branding na in lines sa color ng church nyo. Like for example, sa church namin, ang color branding namin is white, yellow, and dark blue. So, ginamit kong yellow yung main color, then yung secondary color is white and dark blue. So, that is what you call the what. Okay. And number 2 W is the who. It is important to describe your audience in creating your brand. Ano nga ba yung audience mo? It's a kids. Then, hindi lang siya basta kids, di ba? In our kids ministry, we have what we call the toddler. Ito yung like super baby pa talaga na puro like you can do it yung puro play lang with them, ganyan, in the nursery room. And number 2 is yung primary. This is what we call the primary, yung 4 to 6 years old. And middler, 7 to 9 years old. And we have also preteens, the 10 to 12 years old. Because yung different age level na yun, meron din kasi silang different needs. And they need yung different approach in terms of teaching. Kaya it is important na i-identify mo kung ano yung mo in this ministry. Okay? And number 3 W is where. Okay, where. It defines the place where you cater your audience. Alright? So, Existently, in this midst of pandemic, our work is online and in offline platform. In online is we meet the kids virtually via Zoom. So how about you? Where is the place kung saan mimimit mo yung mga kids? Okay? And yung number 2 platform is our offline platform. We meet our kids through community. Like we gather them in different community, all right? With a limited number of kids. And number 3 is the when. When is creating your schedules. It's creating your routine or your habit. Kasi kapag create mo yung schedules, ito yung natatatak sa audience mo. Like for example, tuwing kailan mo minimit via Zoom yung mga kids? Every Saturday ba? Anong oras to? Tuwing kailan yung communities outreach for the kids? It is important to define or to be specific about the day and the time. And remember, yung set mong schedule, dapat consistent yon at huwag pa bago-bago, alright? Kasi nagiging habit to kapag nagiging consistent. Okay. And number 4 W's is your why. Okay. The why is the very important aspect in branding. Okay. Your why is answering the question kung bakit nga ba nag-e-exist yung ministry na ito. Okay, bakit nga ba nag-e-exist yung ministry na ito? Okay, why is composed of your vision? Ano yung end goal ng ministry na to? And the why is also composed of vision. Ano yung mission nyo in this ministry? Ano nga ba yung mission natin in this ministry? Okay, it is important to be specific and define. Kasi ito yung magiging guidance mo sa paggawa ng system, sa paggawa ng mga teaching, ito yung magiging guidance mo sa paggawa ng program. Okay? Kasi nga, you have your end goal. Okay? And the last thing is the H. It is your how. So your how is your like how do you do things? Okay? How do you set up yung mga bagay-bagay during the time of gathering the kids, or like how do you set up yung system from the time na pumasok yung kids then to the end of your goal. Like for example, compose your program flow. Okay, the how is compose also your program flow. Yung program flow is paano siya mag-i-start? Like, mag-i-start pa siya sa warm-up, then greeting the kids, or welcoming the kids, then after that, worship, then Bible story, then after that, application, and arts, or activity. Paano mo gagawin yung program flow mo? And that program flow, dapat consistent din siya at huwag kang pabago-bago. Pwede mo siyang baguhin, siguro, i-reshuffle mo yung mga activities. Like for example, yung worship, you can do it after the Bible story or after the application. Or maybe naman, you can put some creativity in the activity sa mga special event. Okay, you can you can have parang another program flow or ibang program flow sa mga special na activities lang or mga special event. Kasi nga, yung activity na to, ito yung magiging guide din ng kids or magiging branding mo. Kapag Victory Kids, ganito yung activity nila. Alright? O how about the system? Ano yung system mo? Like, pagpasok ba ng kids, may mag-i-interview ba sa kanya? Then after that, introduce mo siya sa mga another kids. Then after that, paano ba? Like, in our church, we have what we call the Reach, Teach, Mobilize. Okay? We reach kids, then after that, we teach them through the Word of God. Like, we teach them how to read the Bible, how to pray, kung paano mag-devotion. Then after that, kapag na-build na yung foundation ng kids, we also mobilize them. Okay, we help them or we encourage them to use their God-given talents for the glory of God. Okay, and yung mga materials na ginagawa mo or mga lesson na ginagawa mo, dapat in line siya sa mission and vision. Dapat dun yung papunta. Okay, like for example, quarterly, so in 4 months, we reach, okay, focus on the gospel ba? Then another 4 months, you teach naman. Ito yung mga foundational doctrine, like you're teaching them how to obey their parents, how to pray, how to do their devotional life, those things. Then after that, sa last quarter ng year naman, they will learn to discover their God-given talent, then gamitin ito for the glory of God. Okay? And that's all. And this is how you create your branding in Kids Ministry. And if you have any question, feel free to message me or to reach me on my Facebook account. See you on my next video. Bye!